Yo, yo, what's good, everybody? We got a couple small little tangs here. A Scopus tang and a self-in tang here. Just picked them up at the fish store. And I'm going to drip acclimate them. Just want to kind of show you my process of what I do. So first off, I grab this little clip thingy that you hang on, the bucket, or actually this way. So when you're siphoning water, the hose goes right in here. So you don't have to hold the hose when you're, taking water out of a tank. But basically, and here's the tank they're going to go in. As you can see, it's kind of a mess. It's got hair algae pretty much everywhere. Sand missing, which I got to fix it. I got to pretty much change out the power heads. But, or, just change the direction that they're facing. But yeah, so I've cleaned this tank a couple times. With the hair algae, I need to do a little bit more maintenance on it, do some more water changes and clean it up just a little bit more. But that's kind of where these guys come in. So, alright, so basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this little clip on here. And this is not a rimless tank. It's, it's got like a small rim, if you can see it. What's up, man? Alright, let's see here. Let's get it on here without breaking it. There we go. Next up, I'm just going to use some airline hose and one of these little adjustable valves here. So I'm going to set the camera down so I can cut this to the right length, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. So I'm just going to set you right here. Let me go grab my scissors real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, everybody? I know there's only three y'all in there, but what's up? What's up? How's y'all's Fridays going so far? Anybody got any plans to celebrate the New Year's? All right, so what I'm doing here, I can't really do this all to one hand, but I'm just taking this, I'm gonna run this up to that little clip up there. And then, there we go. And this is the other end of the hose. So I'm gonna do a little bit extra in case I need to adjust it. Excuse me. So I've got about, that's about enough. I'm just gonna cut it right there. And then now, I'm gonna show you the whole thing here in a second. But now I'm gonna add the little drip thingy. Airline valve here. It's pretty much self-explanatory, but if you've never done it before, this is a good little tip here. Okay, now I've got to find, last I got this little clamp thingy. I just kind of clamp this right here. Okay, so now let me show you what I got going on here. Alright, so we got the little hose clamp that holds a regular hose from a siphon. I've got the aquarium airline going into the tank. As you can see, it's just right there dangling down. The hose is going all the way down to the bucket where the fish are. And so now we just gotta start a little tiny siphon. So let me get that going real quick. It's kind of gross. So let me get it going real quick. I need to take this off and then going to get the siphon going. There we go. I didn't even get any water in my mouth. Just hooking this back up here. Alright. So I want to slow that down a lot. don't really want it to go that fast. I plan to pretty much drip acclimate them until this water gets to the very top here, and then I'm going to dump half of that out, and then I'm going to do it again. So I'm not really sure exactly how long that's going to take, but I want to do it kind of over a slow period of time, because these fish, they're in, you know what, matter of fact, let me check real quick. Alright. Gotta check the salinity real quick. The fish store said that they were in between like 105, 1025 to 1026. So I just want to check it real quick. And he also mentioned that they were in copper. So I normally use my little Hannah checker here, but I'm not going to use that in here. I'm just going to use this for my tank to check the tank's salinity and temperature. And then I've got a refractometer that I use on my quarantine tank, and I'm going to check the salinity with that, because I don't want to stick this in copper and then stick this in another tank that doesn't have copper. So let me check my tank real quick. All right, I'll just bring you with me. See what we got here. Okay, that's okay. I don't know why. I thought my tank was about 1023, but okay, it's pretty good. I'm actually a little bit happier that the salinity is a little higher than 1023, which, you know, it's not much, but it's going to help. It just means that the drip process is going to take a little bit less time. So 1024 and then 79.7. All right, cool. So put the lid back on here. I'm going to set you back down, and I'm going to get my refractometer, and I'm going to check the salinity of the water that the fish are in right now. Okay, so this is just a thermometer. We're going to get that going. And I've got a heater as well. I'm going to put it in there. I was going to see, you know, what the temperature was, but I'm definitely going to need it. Alright, so now we got the refractometer here. And this is the one that I use in my quarantine tanks. So it's had copper on it before. So I'm going to make sure, you know, it doesn't really matter if I use this on a regular tank, but I just want to make sure that no water from this touches a regular tank. So I'm going to get a little sample of water here. Close her up. And let's see what she says. Okay, so she's about 1022. So, okay. So the salinity in here is actually a little lower than in my tank, which is not a problem. So we can bring the salinity up here, which is, you know, what we're doing to drip it. We're just drip acclimating the fish. Alright. Just wiping off the refractometer. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, 2 people watching the little live stream here? If you're just joining, I bought a couple fish from my LFS. I know they kind of look like they're laying down and dead right now, but I just bought them roughly about 30 minutes ago. And I'm doing a little drip acclimation so I can add them to my 150-gallon tank. Excuse me. Alright, so next up, I got this little cheap, I think it's a 50-watt aquarium heater. I believe that's the brand, yeah, aquarium heater from Petco or PetSmart. I think you can get it at either store. And it's just a set temperature heater. And it's 50 watts. And it pretty much works out perfectly in a 5 to 10 gallon aquarium. It'll keep the temperature about 77 to 70, honestly about 76 to 77. So in this little tiny container I have here, which is about 2.5 gallons, I want to watch it because I don't want this thing to get too hot. And as you can see, temperature is 74.8, and then in my big tank I think it was around 78 to 79. I'm gonna measure it again, but it was right around 78 to 79, and that's where we want to be. So we want the salinity and the temperature to be the same. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna leave this in here, and now since I got the heater in there, I'm just gonna plug it up, and we'll let the water kind of warm up a little bit, so the fish are a little more comfortable. Okay. And let's see here. So you see that little red light is on the heater. So there we go, our heater's going. And the tank that these guys are going in, it doesn't really look like it, but it's a 150-gallon tank. I'm not sure how it looks on y'all's side there, but it looks really small on this side. I think it's kind of like just the effect on my camera here. But yeah, this is the tank. It's pretty messy. Right now, I've got just a couple of Picasso clownfish in here. If they would stop hiding. The water is just a little bit murky. I need to add some carbon in here to kind of clean that up, and then the tangs are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting to help me out, get rid of this hair algae. And I also need to clean it up a little bit myself, take out the pumps, clean them, clean the glass, all that good stuff. I still got the heater in here. I didn't have a sump for a while, but again, here's another mess. I just hooked up this sump, I don't know, probably a couple months ago. It's just kind of doing its thing until I get everything kind of situated here. I've got that algae turf scrubber going on to somewhat help out with the hair algae. And again, this tank, I started this up June 1st of this year. So it's almost hit its 6-month birthday. I'm in no hurry to, set any corals or anything in here. I mean, I knew it would be, a good, at least 6 months to probably even a year before I actually add any kind of corals in here. So I'm in no hurry at all. This rock was dry rock that I did the that I forget what the scape is called, but bulk resupply really promoted it, and so I did that scape while it was dry, and I put it in here. So it's been cycling for about 6 months now, or curing or doing whatever the hell you want to call it. And here's my little helmet Picasso clownfish. Yeah, so let's check on the fish real quick, the little tangs, see how they're doing. They still look kind of like they're just laying down, but I promise you they're fine. They just came from their big tank. I think they were in roughly about a 500-gallon tank with several other fish, so they're just kind of not super comfortable in this little 2.5-gallon bin right here, or bucket, but they'll be all right, I promise. And temperature is creeping up on 75, so that's good. Alright, so I'm gonna show you my fish room here. So here's the current state of the fish room. It's a freaking mess right now, but plants and all that good stuff. I just harvested some phytoplankton today, so that's why it looks a little empty. Got my poison dart frog tank. Let me see if I can find. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. See if I can try to. Oh, they're gonna freak out, but you can see them in the little hut there. The mom and dad are in there. Oh, there's the baby back there. Right there. It's a little tiny baby. Move my hand out of the way. There you go. There's the current phytoplankton culturing station. I just harvested everything, so it's pretty bare bones. Excuse me, y'all. This is going to be the frag grow out tank here. One of the little clownfish there. I'm not sure where the other one is, but that's the big female there. It's just a mocha clownfish, and just some little starter frags here. SBS mushrooms that I've been growing for a while. It's this tank used to be a 40-gallon cube in this kind of general area here, but I moved it to a this low boy frag tank. Built a stand. Still need to plumb up this sump here, and it's just running on a Ecotech MP40, which I need to buy another light for this tank. I'm thinking about getting a couple cheaper LEDs that are similar like this off Amazon. I think they're Nicrew, I believe what it is. I think Fish of Hicks kind of promoted them a little bit, and I want to put this on the 150-gallon tank, so when I get ready for corals, I can have 3 XR30s on there, the Gen 4s. But yeah, I'm dosing alkalinity, calcium right now, and then I check my magnesium and dose it as needed. It's kind of a mess, but I still don't have everything situated to where I really want everything. But there's the Apex, the EB832. There is an extra Trident. I bought this, got it from a buddy. I still need to service it and get that all done. And then here's my Trident here. I don't really have a good place to put everything, so it's just kind of on a lunch tray right now. I want to build something kind of like this little shelf right here to put the whole Apex board, EB832 and the Trident. I just got to figure out what kind of configuration I want to set everything in. But yeah, here's the phytoplankton and copepod shipping station, and it's just kind of a big mess. There's my container where I keep all my salt water. There's one of the copepod grow out tanks right now. Need to start up another one, and I actually need more room in here. This little area right here where the plants and all that stuff and the trash can is probably going to change. I'm going to put another table here so I can add probably about 2 or 3 copepod grow out tanks, so I can grow some copepods a little more faster. But right now I'm just testing it with some isocrisis phytoplankton and Tisbe copepods, and just some of the other shipping stuff here, labels, all that good stuff. This is a clownfish broodstock tank. I don't have the fish in here. I've got them moved to another little location, so the tank's just kind of empty right now. I gotta get the fish back and put them back in here. But I leave this dirty because I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's just absolutely. Let me look here. Let me see if I can remove this from the stand here. There's just you can't really see them too much, but there's so many copepods and isopods and all kinds of stuff. Let me see if I can get. Of course, there's Aptasia in here. I was moving one of these little flower pots, and it had 1 Aptasia, and I didn't get it off in time. And of course, now this whole tank is infested with Aptasia. But I'm trying to get the little isopods. If you see like all these little white things on the bottom, they're all isopods. And then there's kind of some copepods mixed into, but I don't really want to clean this tank up too much because the isopods and the copepods are pretty much handling that. Uh-oh. Let's put you back on here. Got to put you back on the phone thingy. Alright, so let's check on the fish. And the old classic Apex. I'm not sure what I'm going to even do with that yet. Okay. So we got the cellophane and the scopus again. Just getting drip acclimated. Temperature 76.8. Yep, so that little heater's working pretty good. And the bucket looks a little dirty because when I was in the fish store, they fed the fish for me. I just wanted to make sure that both of these were eating, and they were eating. So, they just kind of scooped up some of that nori and detritus and all that was in the tank. But yeah, these guys are just getting acclimated for now, waiting to get put in their new home. So periodically. Oh, somebody's calling. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Somebody was calling. Anyways, periodically I'm just going to, check on the temperature, check on the salinity, make sure that this bucket here matches the tank. And then once it does, I'm just going to put the fish in there. And I'm going to do my best to not put any of this water that's in this bucket into the tank, because this water does have copper. So you definitely don't want to add any copper to your main tank, or any kind of water from a fish store or anywhere into your main tank, because you never know what that water has in it. Could have parasites. You never know. But yeah, that's about it for now. Only thing that's left is just to wait. And I know, you guys don't want to sit here and watch water literally drip into a bucket. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys watching. See y'all on the next one.